Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here. Well, I brought this video because I'm just having a quick look for Monday's selections. I know it's extremely early, and it's actually too early for me to show you a price because that's the whole point while I'm doing this video. Well, there's a certain race and a certain horse that has really stood out, and I normally give you a big price each way selections. So the one I'm going to mention, and it's a little bit confusing really, and I'll get into it in a second, but I'll just change the conversation slightly. So far on Sunday's bets, it looks like we beat the price so far. So because Don't Be Robin and Reign Supreme, well, I tipped them both up at 40s. This isn't to brag, by the way. Tipped them both up at 40s, and they're both currently 14s and 16s. So that's a good start today, but obviously we need them to place. But anyway, on to Monday. Right, let me get into this. So the 4:45, you can just about see this horse, and it's highlighted. Moonlit Park. Well, there is no betting for this yet because as I speak, it's 12:30 Sunday. So the betting will probably be around, 5 o'clock this evening? So this horse could be any price, and I'm talking like, let me just change the screen size. Right, this horse could be any price. It could be odds on, it could be 10 to 1. Right, first of all, this is a national flat race, and last year, Donald McCain won the race with a horse called, I think it was called Maximilian or Maxim. Anyway, it turned out to be a 130 rated horse. Well, I'll probably go through that in a second. So far, there's 3 horses in this race that have got a penalty because they've won already. So that's a kind of bonus. And also, it may look as though the decent horses, which they may be, and they may carry on improving. However, I think the penalties leave them vulnerable. So let me get into this Moonlit Park. So I'll click on it, and we're going to go through very briefly what I find interesting about it. So Donald McCain won this race last year. The owners is T.G. Leslie and Partners, right? So let me get into this. We don't know anything about the horse, nothing whatsoever. It could be an absolute donkey. So let's click on the breeding, and this is what the interesting thing is. So let's click on the dam, the mother. I don't want to sound patronising. I'm just explaining it. So the offspring of this horse, yeah. Oh look, Donald McCain's trained one already, with the sire being Flemensfirth. Yes, a very good national sire. So let's click on the horse. The horse is called Last But Not Least. So Donald McCain has already trained an offspring of the dam Lakehill Princess or Lakehill Princess. This is the horse. So let's get into the form. Yes, 135 rated horse. Yeah. Multiple winner. Yeah, it likes soft ground, but I'm not too worried about that. So its first ever. So it was it was point to pointed in the past. Yeah. So then its debut, it ran at Sedgefield in a national flat race, won by just short of 20 lengths. Yeah. So basically, the half sister to the Donald McCain trained runner tomorrow, won by 20 lengths on its debut. And bear in mind, it wasn't even favourite; it was 2 to 1. So yeah, and then it went to Aintree for another national flat race, and basically it ended up being 135, and it actually won off that as well. Multiple winner. So that's about that horse, and as you can see, a lot of the horses are very decent horses. In fact, there's a full sister there. I actually didn't even notice that beforehand. So there's a full sister to the runner tomorrow, and right, it ran a national flat race, and this is totally off the cuff because I didn't see this horse before. Came second at 10 to 1, 2 of 15, just recently actually. A rating of 95. 95 is okay for a national flat horse. So there's a full sister to the selection tomorrow. So let me get into this isn't a very good video, but I wanted to explain so Moonlit Park is the runner tomorrow. So Donald McCain won this race last year. For some reason, it's quite interesting. He hasn't got Brian Hughes aboard this horse. It's Peter Kavanagh, claiming 5, which is quite interesting. Don't know why, but it's a very interesting look at this horse. So I think you could get an half decent price. Well, it's not a tip. This horse isn't. This horse is not a tip for tomorrow, because I know a lot of you use my selections and you'll look at them and decide yourself if you want to back them or not. So if this is a shortish price, I expect it to be a decent horse. I'm not saying it's guaranteed to win. I'm not saying it's guaranteed to place. It could be an absolute donkey. All I'm saying is the trainer won it last year. Powerful connections. They've actually had one of the offspring of Laco Princess turn into a very good horse. The full sister has run already, ran a decent race. It came second of 15 on the 6th of January. So we already know that the dam can spit out some decent horses. Also, the sire, Walk in the Park, is well known as a national sire as well. That's what Moonlit Park is by. So all I'm saying is it's very well bred, and if it's a decent price, it could be worth having a bet on it. I don't know what price it's going to be for tomorrow, so it might be worth, just keep taking a look out. And if you get 4 to 1 upwards, might be just a small bet just to nick the price. No, because I think potentially they could price it up wrong, and it could be a very short price in the end come race time. So if you can get, like, let's talk daft, you can get double figures, take it, don't lump on it, just take it, whatever you do, a couple of quid each way, 5 each way, whatever you do. I can't see it being that price, but so far the bookies can only go on what the form that they've seen so far and potentially what the Donald McCain horse could be. But there's 3 previous winners, so it may come forth and you may not get a return. All I'm thinking is you got 3 previous winners. Moonlit Park could be a decent price, and then possibly Connections could get on, and it could. Personally, I think this horse will be around, at the end of the day, between even money and 6 to 4 after the race. Whether it wins or not, or whether it comes last, I think that could be the price. So if they price it up between 4s, 10s, or bigger than that, I think personally it's worth a bet. So this must be the most confusing video I've ever done. Well, it probably isn't actually, but I think they're all probably confusing. All I'm saying is keep an eye on it. If it's a tasty price, have a small each way on it. If it's between 4s and 10s, I'll probably have a 5 each way on it. Yeah, but if it's a decent price, it will be included in the bets for tomorrow. All I want to do is give you a heads up. So if you've got nothing to do, you can keep an eye on the prices, and if you can get an early price about it, could be worth just having a bet on it. Just because of this video, yeah. So there you go. So Charlie Winters, very best of luck for Sunday afternoon. The tips will be around 7 or 8 o'clock Sunday. The very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.